hottest station is now live for your enjoyment with host iamBranded.
And I want to welcome Positive K into the building on Nexxlegacy Radio. What's up, K?
Yep, you know it. What's going on with you, man? What's going on with you, man?
Man, you know we got to give you that applause and that salute, bud.
That sounds good, man. That sounds good, man.
You know, I'm just in that, man. You know what, Positive K, I'm feeling real nostalgic right about now because we started off the show running I Got a Man, which is, you know what I'm saying, still, when you hear it, a lot of people remember certain times and moments in their lifetime where they just can't forget when they pop in that song. You know what I mean? And,
hey, man, music has memories, man. Music has memories.
Okay, and before we get into, you know, just some of the stuff you got going on now and, you know, memorable things, let's talk about that real quick. Let's just say what happened, man. Like, everybody that I know, and I'm talking about, you know, not just the old heads. I'm talking about some young people that really appreciate music. A lot of these people are saying the hip-hop culture was really at its best and evolved in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and it stopped. And here we are, 2012, and people are still wishing they could pop in and listen to that I Got a Man on these radio stations, or, you know, the Beastie Boys, we ran them earlier, and, you know, Biz Markie, and a lot of people missing that, man. But what happened to our culture, man? What happened?
I really don't understand it, man. I have a little philosophy behind it. You know, I remember that there was a time that it started in the beginning, man, when a lot of guys were trying to get into the game. They were putting stigmas on people like, oh yeah, well he's old school, to get certain people out of the way so they can come in, you know. But then it started falling on them, you know. And now a lot of those people who call other people old school are old school themselves, you know.
Right.
And that happened, man. But I blame right now. I blame a lot of things on DJs because DJs got control to make or break records and make careers and whatnot. They don't do that anymore, you know. And there's certain DJs that's in power right now.
I can hear you just a little bit, Positive K. A little bit.
There's some Okay, let me see. Can I turn it up for you?
No, you good now.
Okay. Like I said, man, some DJs, man, who are like in power. I mean, who refuse to play music from from the '90s and anything like that because they feel like it's over, it's finished, that's done. And I know DJs do that, you know. But I mean, if they want to go ahead and play this music and reach back and throw them classics on, man, I think it'll work all over again, man. You know, people like Red Alert and Chuck Chillout, those guys broke records and made careers, man. And it's like DJs don't want you to do it, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, let me ask you this, because you know you came up in that era where, you know, a lot of people love how hip hop meant as far as that culture. But correct me if I'm wrong, but did Melly Mel and Grandmaster Flash and Houdini and them back in the early '80s to the late '70s and whatnot, and then you had Latifah, and you know you had so many of the female artists passing batons. The batons was passed, and I felt, as far as diversity, the 90s was really popping, that decade of dominance, because you had every creative group. You had female MCs, you had male MCs, you had Beastie Boys at that point in time. You had a lot of people winning, and they embraced it. And now we got everybody sounding the same. Why?
I never, you know, I'll tell you something, man. I was talking to Kane last week, and I was telling myself, I don't understand. You know, one time you took pride in being an original person. You know, you took pride that you didn't sound like anybody. You didn't rhyme like anybody. Your style didn't matter. Now it's like, you know, they started that old piggyback theory. You know, if this guy's hot, and you jump, you know, do what he's doing, and you jump on that, and you go there. You know what I'm saying? And you career attractive if you do that. And it's been going for a long time, man. I told Taylor, I said, man, I can't understand it, man. I mean, I refuse to rhyme on radios now. They go and get somebody a little quick rhyme and do something. So as you rhyme, you know, somebody could just stop.
Right.
I mean, and it's like, it's serious. I'm just showing B.B. King's maybe about a year and a half ago, man, and I did this little new style I was doing, man, and I heard it on the radio, you know, on somebody's record, and I'm like, and I remember because the person who heard it like, yo, said, yo, that was dope. I was real hot. And they came over and acknowledged me for it. Next thing I know, I heard them doing the record. And I'm like, yo, man, there's no shame, man. I'm like, there's no shame. I mean, how do you do that? You know, so. Sign of the times, man. Sign of the times.
I'm here at a loss because, you know, I'm in my 30s, but at the same time, I embrace everything I'm not knocking these new jacks and they talent, because anytime you can be able to pick up a mic and string some stuff together and do certain things, you got a talent. I'm not gonna hate on that, but when it comes to hip hop, to me, I feel like it's so intertwined with our culture, not just as black men. I'm talking about just men and women living, moving on, evolving in life and how we go about it. And we've never been a copycat society. We've been our own man, our own woman, you know what I'm saying, doing the things that we need to do to evolve, and I don't see it no more. So my question to you, Kay, is this. When it comes to, you know, you being an established, you know, a lot of people know you, your history books has already been written and signed by you, and there's others, like you said, Kane. Do you feel like, you know, it's going to take you OGs to come to the new ones and just be like, hey, this is not the way to do it when it comes to hip-hop, or is there another way that we can be able to flip this?
I don't know, man. I mean, you know, you said to somebody, you tell somebody these days, you might lose your life. you know, I don't want to critique somebody and die. You know what I'm saying? That's not, you know,
no doubt.
That's not cool at all, man. But you know, it's interesting you say. It's interesting you say so, man.
Yeah.
You know, and then you said we was never a copycat society. I mean, we got to keep this. There's bloods in New York City, man. I thought I'd never see a day that I see like gang banging in New York, man. I mean, like that didn't make any sense to me, man. It didn't no disrespect to anybody who's into that. You know what I'm saying? But you know that was a California thing, and I've never thought that would migrate to New York City like that. You never did that, you know. But I'll say this, man, is that we never really respected the people who created the music, man. You know, I mean, they never gave Melly Mel the respect he deserves, even though Melly Mel and Raheem, these guys in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, granted, yes, you know what I'm saying, but I mean, they changed the whole culture of music. I mean, these guys are the Motown of our era, you know what I'm saying? Yep. I mean, they deserve that and more, you know what I'm saying? But young guys never say, oh, man, Melly Mel, Prince Whip, oh, man, Grandmaster Cam, I mean, L.A. Sunshine. You know, I mean, people don't understand that, and they don't give people that kind of respect like we would do a Bob Dylan, you know what I'm saying, or Mick Jackson. I agree. You know what I'm saying? We don't do it, man. And I think once we start appreciating that and respecting that, man, and just taking care of those people, I mean, I think the whole appreciation of the music and all that stuff they got in it right now, with just, you know, the copying styles with that, people would have more respect and more pride in it. You know, I mean, when I walk to a club, and I see hip hop, I mean, dudes who created the music, like Kool Herc, is standing outside the club and can't get in. I mean, and some little, you know, and not to be racist or nothing like that, but some little white kid from Ronkonkoma, Long Island, who's working the door, and talking about, hold on a second, man. You know, you can't come in. You know, I'm like, are you really serious right now? I mean.
Man, come on, man. They gonna deny Kool Herc, one of the guys that brought this to the table, and you gonna let some other guy slide in? Like,
hey, listen, I've seen it happen many times. I've seen it happen numerous of times, and I watched them do that to Kool Herc, man. And he stands right there, and I'm like, yo, Herc, what are you standing here for? And they're like, yo, man, you know, you're gonna get somebody to get somebody, you know. And I'm like, yo, I said, yo, man, you guys need to just shut this place down. You know, you need to shut it down because you cannot let. I mean, the music inside is playing because of who's there. It's like if Thomas Edison was being reincarnated, could he walk up in the General Electric and they tell him, hold on a second? I mean, how can you do that to somebody, man? I'm telling you. It infuriated me, man, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And who is this little individual here? Don't even know Kumo D. Rhymes from back in the days. You know, you don't know anything, and you're deciding who comes into the club. You know, it should be a basic courtesy of anybody who's made records to walk into a club for free. You know, how do you do that?
I agree. I agree, and you know what's the trip, man? You know, I get to this day, and I know a lot of people can see it on YouTube, and I get emails and comments, and they'll throw Eric B and Rakim, and they'll throw like that microphone fiend or I ain't no joke, and they like, man, you know what? That's that culture that not only didn't involve cuss words or whatever, that was like pure MC talent in its rarest form. I mean, you know, dude was ahead of our time as far as lyricists. And I think every time that dude touched the mic, and a lot of people respect it because they remember it now. But at the same time, it's like, you know, I asked some 18-year-old kid. I was like, man, you listen to a Rakim joint from back in the day? Who's that? And I'm like, what?
Oh, wow.
You know, and he's an 18-year-old aspiring MC, and he don't know the culture. And I'm like, wow. How can you not know?
Well, you know, it hurts me, man. It hurts me for that fact that they don't know because they should know. You know, it's like that big gap of time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you have people like Grandmaster Caz who never really had a chance to make records because, you know, that was the infant stage, you know, when this thing was getting molded. He never had a chance to make records. I can understand somebody saying, like, you know, well, I don't know, I don't remember Grandmaster Caz, and you should be ashamed if you don't know that either. You know what I'm saying? But you know, but for Rakim, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Great lyricist and everything, man. And I think at that point in the 90s, it got real creative, man, because now we knew what we wanted to do. A lot of artists knew where we wanted to go at that point in time, and we were trying and we were confident with it, you know. But again, it hurts to see that you can, you know, the kids today will recognize Eminem and say Eminem is he's the baddest rapper on the planet. You look back at the history books. And no disrespect to Eminem, I like Eminem. I've seen Slim Shady records. You know, hope one day you call me and say, listen, man, come on the label. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, just to be fair with it, man, it's like, yo, come on, dog, you're not doing anything new under the sun right here that ain't even already done on this microphone, man. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I do respect your skills. I do respect.
Oh, no doubt, me too. I'm the same way
look,
as you.
My man, don't go act like he's the best one that ever did it. When you know you're just starting, you can't start with you can't do it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right. And K, I love, and I'm being quoted as saying I love Eminem. Eminem's dope. You know what I'm saying? But he is not better. He is not better than Rakim, hands down. Rakim will eat that dude up lyrically still.
Well, I just think it's a different time. I think they both deserve their piece on what they do, man. You know, Rakim deserves his piece to say, you know what? If it wasn't for me doing what I'm doing, you wouldn't be able to do what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, it's a bit of a checkmate there. But it's like, okay, yeah, you're dope, Eminem, but please, I mean, you know, don't stick your chest out so crazy around Rakim like he don't even exist. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. But I don't think Eminem was that kind of guy, and I don't think Eminem does that kind of a thing. So, you know, big shout out to Eminem, and I like the dude. I think he's incredible.
Absolutely. And Kay, and it's just like I said before, too, it's that baton being passed. Like, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, there was some batons being passed, but somewhere in the late 90s to the new millennium, it just kind of lost its way, and you know what I'm saying? We just trying to figure that out. And we got Positive K right here on Nexxlegacy Radio discussing hip-hop today. And my question to you before we get into some of the stuff you got going on is, a lot of people ask me is like, you know what, Brand, it's you know, I think the reason why the decline in hip-hop is there because it has a lot to do with the record labels not being as strong as it used to be. Do you believe that, or do you believe it's more the ownership of the artists themselves?
I think, man. My conspiracy theory is, man, is that they don't want the people who've been educated, smart enough to know what's going on to do that anymore. I mean, you gotta understand, I'm one of the dudes that came up in the era of the independent label. I learned, from First Priority when I first started with Milk and Gibbs and MC Light and Nat Robinson. I'm over at First Priority. I was a dude that did my own thing. When I left there, I did my own record and shot my own deals and got my own record deals, and we made a lot of money. I mean, a lot of guys got rich, man. Master P got rich. People got rich. I got rich, man. People got rich. You know what I'm saying? Doing their own records and whatnot. Wu-Tang got rich. You know what I'm saying? But and the bottom line is that was good, But when we start getting that money and that power and that, the information start going out, for some reason they cut the floodgate off, man. Your radio radios even want to work your record if you were an independent company. We don't want to work your record because you're independent, and we rather just have somebody more professional come in here and work these records. What are you talking about? These guys got a couple of $1 million and paying the right promotion people to come in here and work my records to ground, and they cut it off. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? to go to a point of cutting us off from being creative, doing our own thing, making our money, and making the music flourish, to cut it down to nothing, and there's no record deal.
No doubt.
And there's no more rap music. It's crazy. Why? That makes no sense to me.
I feel like especially nowadays, it's teaching the hip hop artists to be more, just because of the way the labels are the way it is now. It's teaching that independent artist, like, you know what? I think you should probably stay independent, build your fan base up. You have all these avenues, these iTunes, the CD babies, all these different places to sell your music. YouTube is fresh for videos. Like, it's teaching you how to be an entrepreneur, and it's putting the power back in your hands. But instead, a lot of people, I think, in my opinion, they tend to go for the glam, the glam. I want to be on Atlantic Records. Ooh, that's just just so they can tell their friends and they can flaunt the fact that they're actually on a record label. That's just me.
Well, being with that kind of company, I think it's not because of the glam. I'm not correcting you, but it's partially that. But if anybody knows anything, you want the once over. You want to be a part of a machine. You want to get to that. You want to be that cog in the wheel to say, "Wham! I went through the system." You know what I'm saying?
But is that machine going to take you? But Kay, is that machine going to take you to that level like it was back in the day? I just felt back in the day you guys had more control over what you guys were. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I wasn't in it as heavy as you are. But I think you guys had more control back in the day with your creativity than how it is now in 2012. It just seemed like they want somebody to be the next somebody or something like that.
Well, of course, we have more control because we most of us had our own companies and we knew what we was doing.
Right.
Them labels never wanted to work hard. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I mean, they wanted the packaged rap already done, the artwork done, the graphics done. They want to know, what did you think? How did you see yourself attaching this? You know what I'm saying? And it was like an easy bake oven, man. The cake came already done. So all they had to do was put it in the store. That's what they did. And I don't understand. Why would you cut that off? Why would you cut that off to say, "Oh, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing here." So they cut off the variety. They cut off the independent band. So they cut off the variety. You know what I'm saying? And they cut off the control. And they like block the roads off. And now here it goes. Now it goes is that what I don't understand behind that is now it was the philosophy that music was always from 13 to like 25. That rap music grew up now. Rap music is not 13 to 25 anymore. Now it's from like 25 to 55. The demographic is totally changed now.
Right.
And labels know that and see that, but they don't even want to cater to adult contemporary hip hop and stuff like that. Jay-Z is 40 some odd years old. I mean, come on. And still making bangers. And I mean, so am I. And it's like, rap has grown up. My audience has grown up. My fans have grown up. Even the youngsters want to hear maybe a Cool Keith record. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Throwing the name out there. I mean, they're not giving you a chance to do that because they're cutting it down and saying music doesn't exist outside 13 to 25. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you ain't never lying. And you said a major point is one of the points I've been trying to make ever since I started doing radio a few years ago, is the fact that, I'm cool with all the diverse MCs and all these rappers doing their different things nowadays. I'm not hating on that. Let's make that perfectly clear. My issue is there's no other option, like another channel to turn, so to speak. Like, you know what I'm saying? We see all this Drake stuff and this Nicki Minaj stuff going on, this Lil Wayne stuff going on, but when it's time for me to, see and have that option to be able to change the channel and listen to a Positive K joint, that's what's lacking right now. That's what I need. Like, I need that channel just to be able to have that channel. You know what I mean?
It's like one electric company, man. They tell you your bill is XX and you got to pay it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's no other option, man, and it hurts. And it hurts me, man, and it breaks my heart, man, because I feel like I have a crazy talent. I feel there's a whole bunch of people who got a crazy talent, and people are frustrated, man. Greg Knights is frustrated, man. Big Daddy Kane is frustrated. I am totally frustrated. I spoke to MC Light today. I was in our Texas today. I was like, yo, baby, this is the first time in my life that I feel like I'm stuck. I don't even know what to do right now. I don't know where to go. You know, because the radio don't want to mess with you unless you pay us through the nose. And I do say it. Payola is alive and freaking well. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they don't want to mess with you. I mean, the politics to get through that is incredible now. You can't even talk to DJs anymore. DJs are so high-powered now. For them to play your record, something comes with that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, it's like, yo, my man, you're the DJ, man. What's going on here?
No doubt.
DJ's supposed to play your record.
And as much as I love, you know, I love my peers and things like that, to me, I miss those classic points and moments in times, Kay, where, you know what I'm saying, you would spin a record on the radio, and that thing was so ill, you had to run it back again because the fan base called in too many times to want that song played again. And that's what's missing, the capturing that moment where when I first heard I Got a Man, I was like, can you please run that again? You know what I mean?
Great. But you know, that comes from, like I said again, that was a different time of a DJ then. You had to chill out in the Red Alert.
Yeah.
These guys broke records. I mean,
no doubt.
I mean, you would maybe have the Red Alert and be like, you're Red. If Red played your record, like, you're Red, did you play the record? I'm like, I didn't like it. I remember Red Alert didn't like Top Billing. He didn't like Milk and Chillin' Gillis. He couldn't stand the record. Then he said one time he wouldn't feed dog food with his dog with that record. You know? And then he wound up, but because of the demand of the people, he wound up playing that record. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And Red Alert never played anything of mine for a long time. And he was the guy that went and took it to 98.7 Kiss and broke my record daytime. Single-handedly. Big shout to Red Alert. Love him for that. He took that record in his hand and he said, this is a hit record. Those are the days of DJs. You know? I mean, now with a DJ on a mix show can't even play what he wants to play. He has a playlist. You know? Here's a song you play. This is a mix show. You know what I'm saying? It's like your prime time slots. You know, your daytime or your morning drive time hours. This is the mix show. This is the 9 to 12 in the evening or something like that. And these guys can't do what they want to play, man. So you don't hear a new record play anymore, like when you want to pull your car over and crash. Or like when I first heard Rakim. I remember where I was. I was on the West Side Highway, and I heard check out my melody on the West Side Highway. I almost flipped the car over, man. Oh, my God. I was riding to the Latin Quarters, and that train came on, and it changed my life, man. It changed my life.
Wow.
I remember I think I remember the time on the dashboard of the clock. It was like 9:45 or something like that. I'm riding down to the quarters, and this whistling came on, and I'm like, yo, what the hell is that?
Wow.
You know?
Wow.
And it was crazy. And it was straight
in those moments, I love. I mean, there's a lot of memories, and it's funny how you mentioned you was talking to Kane and MC Light, and you know, just mentioning that, you know, hey, this is hard for, you know, the icons. You guys are icons in this business, and it should never have. I mean, not saying that everybody deserves passes and stuff like that, bro, but you guys deserve. You guys are in. You guys paved the way for other hip hop artists to get their shine, and you guys should never have to struggle.
Let me say something, man. I looked at Kane and I said, you know, I looked at people sometimes they used to give him a very hard time when he started doing being more artistic with his music, you know, and they were coming down. I mean, he had a rough one time. I remember Source magazine was bombarding him, saying he was the most fell off rapper of all time and this and that.
Wow.
I mean, they were really giving him a hard time, man. And you know, those publications like that, I always think they should never have that much power. People should never let those magazines or these video shows, if it has that much power to change our music and change our opinion on what we think or what people's contribution, you know. But I told people, I said, man, you know what, if it wasn't for Big Daddy Kane, you wouldn't have had a Big Smalls.
That's right.
I mean, dudes wore shoes. He had Barry White singing on choruses. They were like, oh, it's too R&B, it's too that. That's all hip hop is now, is R&B.
You got that right.
I listened to some Wiz Khalifa stuff the other day, which I think he's a very talented guy. And I listened to some of the stuff. I was like, I wanted to see what it was about. And I said, these guys are singing. These guys are real. These guys are real singers, man. They're singers. And there's nothing hard about the music. welcome to the Terror Dome. Welcome to the Terror Dome is hard. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
I mean, blowing trees and talking about weed all day long is not hard to me, man. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Wiz Khalifa, like the stuff. I like the stuff, but that's not hard to me, man. You know what I'm saying? Step Up Front that I made, it was hard. The combination was hard. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, those hard records. I'm like, I'm just not getting it.
Testify, Reverend Positive K, boy. You ain't never lying. You ain't never lying. Well, I'm like, I'm in a Saturday night hip hop sermon right about now, baby. That's what it is. Hey, man.
Hey, listen, man. You know, I'm not a bitter person. I have my due in this game. I'm still an incredible dude. I love to get on stage and break it in half, especially people like, yo, I don't want to go on. Positive go before me. I'm like, okay, cool. And I ain't gonna say who it was, but recently I did a show and somebody didn't want to go before me. And I said, okay. And one dude said, yo, you shouldn't have did that. They didn't know I got a man. That's all they probably knew. They didn't know anything else. They got the chains on their neck. They got the little diamonds and the jewelry, flashing. And it's like, okay, Paz, let them go. I'm like, they standing there posters up doing the celebrity pose, And I said, okay, cool. After I was finished breaking that thing in half, it was like, yo, dogs, I didn't even know it was like that, man. Okay, well, you know now. I'll let you later. and I'm out, man. People forget about the contribution that everybody made, man. Like I said about Kane and Light and whatnot, people forget the contributions. I'm the dude, if they never know, I'm the guy who created the guy-girl rap duet thing. It's never been heard before me. You know what I'm saying? I'm the father of that. So when people do that, you're not doing but it bugs me out because I see people do these duet records. I've seen Ludacris do it. Ice Cube did it with Yo-Yo. Salt Patrick did it with a bunch of other people. People do it all the time. I mean, it's like a thing to do on your album. You're going to have a song with a chick or something like that. Yeah. That's a Positive K move. You know what I'm saying? That's not something
can I also say this? Before there was that Ja Rule, J-Lo, there was Positive K's collaboration with I Got a Man. People, make sure you get it twisted.
Before that, MC Light. This is in the 80s. I'm not having it.
Exactly.
We're going back to I'm not having it. The first time you ever heard it. You know what I'm saying? I'm the reason Poopa was my right-hand man. He was like, yo, I'm going to do the same joint with Mary J. Blige. That's how you got 411.
There you
know what I'm
go.
saying? I remember in the demo era, because that was my man. He could do that. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't for the rest of the game to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So here it is. I changed the face of rap music by doing that, and they don't say, "Hey man, you changed the face of rap music, man. Yeah, you're a great man." They just go ahead and they keep on moving, and people have no shame, man. They take it and embrace it and make it their own.
And that's why we here to make sure that we educate the people out there, the listeners that do know, they appreciate it. And the ones that do not know is getting gamed up tonight right here by Reverend Positive K on Nexxlegacy Radio.
Yes, man. I'll tell you now.
And what I'm gonna do, because you got a couple of new joints that I got, we gonna run get it. We gonna run get it done, and we gonna come back. And we gonna talk about.
I take it back to them days. I hit it, run.
Yo. And that's ill, and we're going to run this track right now, and we're going to come back with another segment, and we're going to talk about Positive K's new music, what he got on deck, and what's in store for this hip-hop icon right here on Nexxlegacy Radio. Hip-hop is dead, but at the same time, we got Positive K in the building right now with a brand new joint. Get it, Nexxlegacy Radio, Hip-Hop is Dead edition with the guest Positive K. Hey, I still feel a heartbeat. We still got hip-hop in the building. You know what I mean?
Man, yes. That's one of my favorite off the album too, man. I must say that's one of my favorites off the album. Positive K and Extreme. That's one of my favorite. It'll be out soon, man, and I'm just waiting to get a little more attention towards it. It'll be available on PositiveK.com. You can go there and check all my new videos, all my latest stuff, and all my latest stuff, and all my great joints, all my old videos, everything is right there. So. Everybody
there you go.
And check that out,
There you go. What I'm going to do is before I actually start asking you a few questions about your album, what I'm going to do right now there's a lot of listeners on there, so what we are going to do.
Here we go.
We're going to go ahead and take a couple of calls. We can go ahead and hit the number 347-215-8653. That is the number. Press 1 if you want to be heard. This young lady on the line has been patiently waiting as well. We're going to put her up here with the young lady from the 951. Wanted to holler at Positive K. You on Nexxlegacy Radio. What's good?
Hey, my name is Kim, artist, and I'm calling from California.
California, the
yes,
Sunshine
all the
State.
way. Oh, wow.
What part of
951, area code.
What part of California?
You know what? I'm not even going to say that. I'm just going to say San Diego because it's a little city called, Sun City, California.
Sun City, California.
Okay, there you go.
But anyway, I want to say
what you think about that
something.
new song real quick before you get into any question? What you think about that new joint?
You know what? The one that you just played, or you don't have to.
No, the one that we just ran.
Oh man, it's off the chain. It is. When you can bob your head and move your head and all that, it's off the chain. Hip hop is still on the one,
There you go.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
But you know what? It's like this. I want to say something. I appreciate you for having Positive K on, and the host is Philly, right?
It's branded as well.
Okay. So what I'm saying is that the R&B and stuff and the hip hop is, we got to bring that back. We have to bring that back. And then, it's like I'm calling from all the way from California, and I just like the music and stuff that's going on, and then bringing it back. And because it's all the music today is bubblegum, and I'm breaking up a little bit because it's long distance, but it's bubblegum music today. But I don't want to hold up nobody because I know it's a lot of calls, and and I'm gonna give a shout out to Kevin Gray.
Absolutely. Shout out to Kevin Gray, KG.
Okay, so Positive K, you keep it going, you keep singing, you keep doing what you're doing, and what have you, and God bless you.
Thank you so much. God bless. Likewise to you, baby. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Appreciate the call.
Bye-bye.
Definitely do. Before I take the next call, Kay.
Yep.
That track goes hard, bro. Like I'm over here.
I like that, man.
Bobbing my
one
head,
of my favorites.
like baby girl from the 951 said. You could keep bobbing your head. That hook is ill, man. That's an ill joint right there.
It's crazy, man, because I got something that's really crazy. I'm getting ready to drop. Maybe the video is getting edited right now with me, myself and Greg Nice. And that's going to be that's like a sickness, man. That's a real straight sickness. It's going to really be hot for the summer, man. And but a lot of people don't know about Positive K, man. That's how I started out. I started out really just rhyming. I can just rhyme all day to those kind of things, like those beats like that. That's my thing. I Got a Man was a song that I wrote that. It was part of me, but it caught a lot of the masses. And people sometimes just look at me and recognize me for that. But that's why when they see me live, they say, "Wow, I didn't know." It's like it's so different. What I do live and what I do is so much different than what people know me for, and it's just like, wow, that's incredible, man. When they see me live, so it's But that's my thing, man. I did that for a very long time. That was my style, rhyming, spitting all day long, and that's how I did it.
And that's how you continue to do it. It's like, it's like I said, man, anybody that has a major impact in the hip-hop industry, is icons in their own right. And for you to be able to give back by giving us some more music is ill, man. So it's just, when you do legendary things and you continue to add to your legend by giving us more music like that, goes a long way, bro. Trust me. As a fan first.
Yeah, thank you, man. It's not really, it's for the love too, right? It's all for the love because it's definitely not a financial thing. You know what I'm saying? You're doing it because you really love it, man. You're doing it because you love it, man. And when people like the young lady on the phone got on the phone and she recognizes it, it makes you say, hey, it's not all the waste, man. It's good. This is all right.
Absolutely.
That's the pay right there. So.
Absolutely. Let's take this next call real quick from my girl, my queen from the 813, Florida, repping Princess, Miss Baby Girl in the building. What's good, sweetie?
Hey, how you doing? Hey, Positive K, how are you?
Hey, what's going on, darling? How you doing there? Down at the bottom of the map, huh?
Yeah, I'm trying not to be a groupie and really holler, be like, oh my God, I got it now.
Hey, how long you want, baby? I need that. Come on, I need a shot in the arm right now. Give me that.
Man, you have no idea. I was blasting you like the other day, and then when I saw the show tonight, I was like,
Tight. I need it. You don't know how much I needed that, baby. Oh, man, I needed that.
Okay. I got two questions. Question one, with all the things that are out with like CD Baby and Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that, would you rather, get signed and be known in the music industry today or back in the day? Which one would you choose and why?
Well, I would say anytime, right? A paycheck is always good. You know what I'm saying? I would go with the paycheck right now if it's possible. You know what I'm saying? But now, I can't. I've enjoyed my career where I was at, you know, and I enjoy that time frame. You know, I just have more freedom and more things to do with, you know, in control of my music and recording and performing wise. I mean, performing was really a big factor of that. Now people don't perform anymore. You don't see a lot of rap shows, and you know, things that just feel kind of weird right now. You know, so if I had a choice, I'd definitely do it back then again. If I could get in that time machine and jump back in it and walk back into Polygram Records again, you know, the same with my own company, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And the second question, I mean, for the new hip-hop and R&B heads that want to be in the game and stuff like that, what advice would you have for them?
Go to college. Go to school. Go to ITT Tech. Do something, man. Listen, man.
Not ITT Tech and Everest.
Don't give up your day job.
Go to Full Sail University. Do something. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, this is a hard game right here, you know. I had a cousin recently, man, and he quit his job. I'm like, he's like, I quit my job, man. I'm going hard at the music. I'm like, dog, what did you do? What did you do? And, you know, I'm like, yo, so, I mean, I respect everybody's passion. You know, if you feel that's your dream and that's your calling, I say go ahead, man. But, you know, hey, listen, keep your hand held on to something, you know, because this is not guaranteed whatsoever, man. I mean, even in the 90s, it wasn't guaranteed. So I'm just saying, you know, don't. I'm not saying don't pursue your dreams. I'm just saying, hey, you know, open another lane up and stay on the highway.
That is
Okay. I got one more question before you take another call. Would you do a collabo, you know, with anybody in the industry now?
Oh, I did. My whole album right now is really crazy. I got producers. I got a whole lot of producers I've worked with. Davey DMX, who made One for the Treble. He's still an incredible dope producer. I got DR Period from MOP, doing the MOP stuff. I got Jesse West that was down with Third Eye. He did a lot of production for me. I got the Beat Nuts that did a song for me. You know, I got a lot of that was as far as production collaborations. I got Greg Knight. Me and MC Light did Still Not Having It. I'm Not Having It Over Again. Who else I got? I got Chubb Rock on the album. I got Ice-T on the album, and it's so crazy because this is probably one of the best rhymes Ice-T said ever. This is like Ice-T put his thing down. I'm like, yo, everybody like, that's Ice-T? I'm like, that's Ice-T, man. Yo, Ice-T put his foot down. And I got a lot of people on now. Me and Chubb Rock just did something maybe a couple of days ago. You know, so it's crazy.
See, can I say this real quick? And baby girl, good looking. I appreciate it. All those artists and DJs and people that he mentioned, those are all core value hip-hop men and women. People that laid down the foundation.
I'm sorry. And the Force MDs? Yeah, the Force MDs.
See?
Crazy.
I mean, that's history right there, bro. Like, that, to me, you just pulled a whole bunch of hip-hop layers on top of your album by having these collaborations because it's history. You know what I'm saying? As somebody in your stature, you can probably reach out and go grab the hottest new act right now in 2012, but you going grassroots with it, and you going for the history and the people that follow you that appreciate exactly everything that you're trying to do with how you coming about your business on that level, bro. That's heavy.
And you know, and people probably say the Force MDs. People don't know Force MDs is one of the illest rap groups ever.
And can you say that again, man? Say that again for those people that missed it. There you go. Say that again for these people that probably they too slow. They didn't pick it up.
Oh, the Force MDs was one of the illest rap groups ever. They battled the Cold Crush Brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I mean, Force MDs. Exactly. I mean, come on, Stevie D. Those dudes, the Mercury, Lord K1. They had routines, man, and you know they were so dope because they were able to sing too. So, but they were the illest rap group that was out, man. I mean. People don't. You think you talking about Tears and with the other songs they got the R&B hits and the classics they made, but I mean on the rap camp, you did not want to mess with the Force MDs.
There you go.
You know?
There you go.
Yeah.
That's ill. That is ill. Now, Do you got, a lot of people, hey, the women love Positive K tonight. That's a good look. That's a good look.
That's
now,
a wonderful thing, man. It's beautiful. That's beautiful, ladies. Y'all gassing me up right now. I got a big ass right now. I'm like, wow. I'm like, yo, they love it. They still love it. They still love it. They still love the OG, man.
Yo, Kay, we get emails and things like that, man. And there's a lot of people asking, are you up on the social networking game? You got Twitter, Facebook. What you got, bruh?
Yeah, you go to Original Positive K on Facebook. You go to Positive K1 on Twitter. You go to mypositivek.com site. You can always send me a message and see what's going on. I'm gonna be in your town or whatever is happening. The new videos, all the old videos, it's right there, man. You know what I'm saying? So Positive K1 on Twitter, Original Positive K on Facebook.
And PositiveK.com, right? People can go there.
PositiveK.com. You can go there right now. Go onto the site, man. Walk around, and, you see some pictures of me and Dougie Fresh, me and Slick Rick, me and Rakim, me and Greg Nice and Smooth. Big up to them.
Mm-hmm.
You go there, you can walk around the site, man, and feel real hip-hop-ish around in there. All right?
No doubt.
Yeah.
And before we wrap this up, man, I gotta tell you, like I said, coming from a fan's inner sanctum as far as hip-hop music and culture. I think us kicking off and doing some of the stuff that we do, having your name attached to it, not only are we going to continue running your music and let the world know, because the world is obviously glued into what Positive K is doing, but we're gonna try to push it to other people. We're going to spread it like wildfire. We're gonna knock on doors like the Jehovah's Witnesses and let people know exactly what's going down, because I believe in you. I know the fans out there, they do the same thing, and I've always in my lifetime wanted to have dialogue with you to tell you thank you. Thank you for putting out this music.
Thank you so very much, man.
Nah, not just for, coming on the show. That's anytime you want to come and, plant your flag in the show, man, you can do that anytime. But thank you for doing music still and giving us music that we can be able to listen to 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now. Because to me, I think that means more. Showing my appreciation here live on the air with a few 100,000 listeners, that's major, and I just wanted to publicly thank you from the bottom of my heart for giving us that God-given talent you got, bro. Straight up.
Thank you so very much for it. Like I said, man, it's definitely not a financial aspect right now. It's definitely for the love of what I'm doing, and you just paid me just now by saying what you said, man, and doing what you're doing with this radio. That's beautiful. It's people like you out here, man. Keep the flame lit, and people like you are the reason why I still do it, man. And you guys make the difference, because it's real right here, right now. This is where people get the raw uncut right here, man. And there's no politics with this, man. This is hip hop at its best right here, and this is why I do what I do, man. And like I said, man, it's not about the money these days. It's about, man, the love for it. And like I said, you guys paid me in full tonight. You know what I'm saying? Man. So I thank you for it.
And we ain't even done. And we ain't even done yet, man. We just scratched the surface, man. And that's, to me, I think that's ill. Your album hasn't dropped yet. We're gonna do a nice countdown for it. When it drops, we're going to do a nice ill record release party live on the air, and we're going to set it off like we always do. You know what I mean?
Tight. And watch that video, man. I know this new thing with the video hits and all this stuff. I'm at like 50,000 right now, and I was scared to death. I'm like, who's going to watch the video? And I'm like, at 700 hits, I'm like, I'm at 50,000 right now, which is great with no company and everything. It's how people are just really gravitating to it and loving the new video. And I'm like, yo, how do these people get like 2 million in like a week?
Man,
I'm like sweating. I'm sweating every thousand. I'm sweating. I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
And because you know what's ill about it is hard-earned success. Anytime that you get that, that's legitimate. Hits, legitimate sales. Your fan base is tuned in. They rocking with you, baby. That's what.
Yeah, they rocking with me, man. I do it. Like I say, man, that's the payment right there, man. It feels good, man, to talk about hip hop. I feel like I'm in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It feels good right now, and I feel like I'm in the driver's seat, man. That somebody else is not driving. I feel like I'm really in the driver's seat right now, man. It feels really good right now. So.
And do me a favor, man. Tell Kane. I mean, I've been in constant contact with Light too, so I can definitely hit her up on email or whatnot.
Big up to Light. Like I said, I texted her today. I texted her today, you know what I'm saying? She's great, man. She's just wonderful. You know, that's my confidant, man. When I get stuck, I got a little problem, I hit her on the phone, man, you know, and she's like, and she's just so together with everything, man. She's just so much together.
I love life.
She got she has the answers, man. I mean, she's a business person. She's like the president now of the Grammy committee. I mean, she's like really, she's a big wig out there, man, you know, and but I mean, and rightfully so, because she has the answers, man. She knows what she's doing, you know, so.
And let Kane and them know that, you know, this station right here is their home. Anytime that they want something, you know, broke, if they want to break records, we retro in this thing, baby. We gonna do it like the old school. We gonna play it again, play it some more. The fans want it. We gonna keep it coming. That's what we do.
Good looking on that.
I'm gonna throw KG on the line real quick because I know he wanted to publicly say what's happening to you before we let you go.
Okay.
So KG, your mic is on. Nexxlegacy Radio. What's up, baby?
Yo, what's up, brother? Yo, what's up, brother? Okay?
Everything is good, KG. What's happening with you, man?
Man, we just chilling right now, man. I know you didn't try my boys, Force and D's. I know you got something going on and stuff, man. Yo, I'm the street kid
they
for them. So
they on now. Yeah.
Man, I can't wait. You know, you definitely gonna support that new joint for y'all, man, when you drop it, man. You know,
hey, man, I appreciate it. I know you will, man. I know you will. You that kind of brother. I know you will, man.
Man, I appreciate everything, brother, giving you the time, man, you know, just to come on, let the world know that you're coming back, man, doing your thing. And we got to definitely promote you, man, you know, do shows or something, man. We're going to have to meet up.
Oh, yeah, most definitely, man. Thanks for linking me up with the blog radio, man, because, you know, these are definitely some good brothers up there, man. I respect what they're doing. I commend them for what they're doing, man. And you were instrumental in putting us together, so that's great, man. Thank you for that, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
no doubt.
I want to give a big shout out to my man Kane, you know what I'm saying? Audio 2, you know what I'm saying? Milk D, I met back last year, you know what I'm saying, in person, you know what I'm saying? At the Fortune D premiere, you know what I'm saying? And,
yes, sir.
Just my man Kimberly, you know what I'm saying, just called in and gave me a shout out. You know what I'm saying? And give the Fortune D's some love, too, man. Give them a shout out to Stevie D, Khalil, Jesse, Twist, damn. Sorry about that.
All good.
Trisco, I'm sorry, Trisco, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm going to let you brothers, man, right there, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the part of the team for them, man, making the things happen, man.
Yeah.
So,
make sure, you people out there, make sure you follow him on Twitter right now at @PositiveK1 on the Twitter. I'm about to follow you on Twitter right now. Just hit, you know, I'm gonna send a thank you. It's iamBranded, so just look out for that one right there. And again, Kay, keep on that path, man, and we're gonna do everything in our power to make sure that we rock it. We got another new one we gonna bang, Changing Faces. And I appreciate the love, man. You know we got to go with the ill joints, baby. We ain't done yet. We are not done yet. But, man, blessings to you, man. Keep doing what you're doing. I respect and appreciate you, bruh. Much respect.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. And then I can say this.
Thank you for listening to the #1 radio station for the people.
Nexxlegacy Radio.